keep out of trouble. That was a huge effort by Vaca, and Honeyghan survives it. And Honeyghan is most certainly having one of the hardest, if not the hardest fight of his entire professional career. Would you agree with that, Frank?
Yeah,
sure, he must be. He also says a fellow called Cliff Gilpin gave him a terrifically hard fight at the Albert Hall, I think. But this one, I mean, it's so much more important than the pressure to get.
Yeah.
You know all about that. Well, we can look again at how Vaca finished that round, and it was impressive because he threw a lot of punches here. This might have taken a lot out of him, Frank.
Yeah.
He put a lot in here, didn't he?
Right. He got caught with quite a few, missing a lot, but he's a puncher, this guy. He's dangerous.
Yep.
He's a dangerous answer.
Would you agree with me that it takes more out of you missing than it does when you land punches?
Yeah, it does. At this stage of the game anyway, Harry.
Right.
I should get a nickname for you. I can't keep on calling you Harry. Squaring.
Well, people who thought this might not last too long have been proved utterly wrong. Here we are on the 8th. And anybody who thought Honeyghan had some easy defences, well, you've got to hand it to him tonight because he's been put under tremendous pressure here. A tough opponent. And Honeyghan is still there, and the title is still intact. But he's got a lot to do yet to get rid of this man. Honeyghan being drawn into a battle, told to keep the punches up again. That's the 4th time. Frank beside me is urging Honeyghan to box rather than mix it. But he's being drawn into these battles. Taking too many now. And Vaca's looking very, very strong in this 8th round. Very ominously strong. And the better punches are coming for the Mexican now in this 8th round. The going gets tougher and tougher for the champion. And there's a crack of heads there, and the Mexican is cut above the right eye. So another dramatic turn of events here, and this might be the end, the way the referee's waving. He's got a bad cut, and the doctor's being called into the ring. Honeyghan's going over to have a look. And I think he's got a very bad cut in a very, very awkward place. That's a terrible injury, and it's all over. Oh, that is a sad ending. Now, that is the worst possible ending to a tremendous fight, because Vaca has got an absolutely appalling cut above the right eye. Now, let's see how that happened. We can show you again. This is what happened. No sign of damage on Vaca's eye. In they come, and there's a terrific clash of heads. It can only be accidental. There's no way he went in deliberately to do that. He was going in to punch, and the heads came together. And it really is a terrible cut. Frank, I think you'd agree with that. It's
very
an appalling
terrible
cut, isn't it?
Yeah. But that's cricket, Harry. You know, you get these sort of things in boxing.
It's such a shame, though, isn't it? Because it was a terrific fight.
Very good fight.
It's a great shame for Vaca that he had a marvellous challenge like that has to end like this.
Dangerous challenger as well.
Another angle on that clash of heads. He's ducking to avoid a punch. He comes back to throw a punch.
Throw a punch underneath, heads.
And the head's cracked.
Nobody's fault.
Purely accidental.
Yeah. Purely
accidental. No question. But the referee is still talking with the judges,
I think they've
and
got
no
some rules.
announcement has been made.
Special rules they've got to do. Might call it a no contest. I hope Lloyd's won, but they might call it a no contest.
At this stage of the fight, I don't know. They sometimes have a technical decision if it happens in the first 3 rounds. But that was the 8th round, and we're still waiting for the official decision. And everybody is standing around waiting. And the judge is still conferring, the referee is still conferring with judges, asking for their scorecards. They often have what they call technical decisions if a fight ends on an accidental clash of heads in the first 3 rounds under, I think, WBC rules. But after 8 rounds, I wouldn't have thought so. Anyway, we shall get an official announcement in a moment. And it might just be, the judges' cards have been collected and they've been looked at, so it might just be that the referee is asking for the points to be added to come to a decision that way. The referee over on the far side. Well, that was the toughest fight I think I've ever seen. Well, it certainly is the toughest fight I've ever seen Honeyghan in. He was cut early on in the fight, resorted to southpaw tactics, as indeed did Vaca. Was under severe pressure in that 8th round when the clash of heads came. He really was. It was the worst round he'd suffered. The unfortunate Vaca still clutching a towel to a bad cut above the right eye. And the referee is still on the far side, still conferring. And MC Bernard Sullivan making some notes on his pad now. So he presumably is getting ready to come up with the announcement of this dramatic end to this world title fight. If the referee ruled that that was a deliberate butt, then he could, of course, have that round taken away from him. Maybe this is what is causing the delay. If they are going to add the points up, then he would instruct the judges to take that round away from Honeyghan. Although, looking at the 2 replays we've had, it seemed to me to be an accidental clash of heads, and I think Frank Bruno, you agreed with that.
Yeah.
Let's just take another look, Frank. I mean, let's just see where... That surely can't be. He's coming in with the left, isn't he? Trying to get in with the left. His head is coming up with it at the same time. I mean, that's got to be accidental. And still, we wait for the official announcement. Crowd now beginning to get restive, as you can imagine. And now John Morris, the secretary of the announcement.
May I explain? The contest was stopped because of an accidental clash of heads in round 8. Listen, please. The referee has ruled that whoever was in the lead at the end of round 7 is the winner. Now we're waiting for the judges to give us their results to the end of round 7. Thank you.
Taking this long, the judges' score is taking this long to be computed and announced. Go on in the middle of the ring.
The judges' marks. Referee Chuck Hassett awards 65 to Honeyghan, 67 to Vaca.
Well, that's 1 down to Honeyghan, 67-65.
Judge Malcolm Bullner, 67 to Honeyghan, 65 to Vaca.
1 all. It's all on the last judge.
Judge Bob Logist, 66 to Honeyghan, 67 to Vaca.
It's Vaca. Vaca has won the title from Honeyghan. Honeyghan's title is gone. After 7 rounds, the points were taken for 7 rounds, and 2 judges have decided that Vaca was the leader after 7 rounds. Not a thing I would agree with myself. Frank Bruno, what do you think about that?
The guy was coming in strong. I don't quite agree with that because this is England and Lloyd's a champion. They should have gone his way.
But I thought he'd scored enough to be ahead.
I thought he'd done.
Never mind whether it's here or anywhere else, but I thought he'd done enough, Frank.
So did I.
On his own merits.
But the low punch might have taken a point away for the judges.
No, because they only counted the first 7.
Right,
so, well, he did punch low as well, earlier. Right, Frank, I'm going to leave you for a moment. I'm going to see if I can get an interview with Lloyd.
All right.
Thanks for your help.
Well, thank you.
Lloyd, that's a terrible blow to you. What do you think about that decision?
I think he won it, Harry.
Do you really?
Yeah, I think he won it. It was close. Maybe could have gone either way, but I don't know. You know, I would have to watch the tape and then tell. I thought I was beginning to come on, but I keep it hurting my hand. You know, every time I throw it around, and I stun him. And I couldn't throw it again.
Which hand was this?
My right hand. So I keep on backing off with it. You know, I didn't want to throw it. That's why I turned southpaw. So when I hurt it, I could let it recover a bit and just flick the jab, flick the right jab, and then try and counter the left. But I was beginning to come on. But like I need a rest now. You know, I'm going to rest. Like I've been saying, I had a lot of problems in my mind. Maybe caught up with it tonight. You know, because I didn't sleep too well last night. You know, and I had an extra lane this morning.
Do you think you might have made too many defences too soon?
No, it wasn't that. I enjoy myself while I've been champion. You know, I enjoy every moment of it. I wouldn't change it for nothing. But my hand has been playing me up rotten. You know, and every time I hurt him, I couldn't throw it again. I had to have a rest and a rest and a rest. And I had to longer rest in between. So I don't know. Like I was saying before, I've got to wait and see and talk to Mickey after the fight. That's what I was saying before the fight, because I ain't been right up in my mind, you know. I've been like today, I wasn't on the fight. I was too relaxed, concentrating. I wasn't concentrating. I was too relaxed, Harry, and my hand. And
we can show you that 8th round again, because it all ended on that clash of heads and the cut. Here it is again. Tell me what you remember of this.
Yeah, well, I was trying to get underneath and throw the left when I turned southpaw, you see? I was trying to, look, you see, I was trying to throw it and the clash ahead. See, I was trying to...
It was definitely accidental.
Yeah, I was trying to get underneath with it, because that's why I turned southpaw, to try and get underneath with the left and try and come over with the right. But
your opponent, the new champion's come to shake hands.
Okay.
Jorge Vaca, the new welterweight champion of the world. He's got the most appalling cut. Now I see it close up. It's a horrible S-shaped cut right down across the eyebrow. So, Lloyd, it's been a rough old night for you, hasn't it? It really has.
Yeah, it's been a rough night, Harry, but I'll get over it. It's just one of those things. It's life, you know. You got to be able to take the rough with the smooth and smooth with the rough. And I don't want to make no excuse. I trained as hard as I possibly could when I was in America. And I'll give it my best shot, you know. I don't make an excuse. And I hope he goes in and make a few defense and maybe have a return. I don't know. Like I said, I wasn't making no plans before this fight.
Give yourself time to think it over.
Yeah, because I've been having too much things in my mind, Harry, and I just want to sort them out. And like I was saying before the fight, I don't want to make no excuse.
You've taken it very bravely. You've taken it well. We're proud of you.
Well, you know, I try to do my best, Harry, as always. And like I say, I don't want to make no excuse. The judges and the referee say he won the fight, and now I'm ex-champion, and good luck to him, you know. Maybe we can have a rematch and my hand get better. Who knows?
Lloyd, thank you very much.
Thank you, Harry.
Thanks, Lloyd. Thanks. All the best.
Lloyd Honeyghan dignified in defeat, but what a way to lose a world title. Lloyd Honeyghan loses the WBC welterweight title, the new champion, Jorge Vaca of Mexico. Well, we promised you details on tonight's soccer. Let's give you that now. First of all, Littlewoods Cup, 3rd round. Out go Spurs, Aston Villa 2.